Hey guys, how is everybody? I'm here to help you with day 7 of AMI. So what I've done, let's go through and read the question first. It says, students in a science class collected soil samples from various means different, locations in order to analyze or study the composition or the makeup of the soil. They measured the percentage of the 3 types of soil minerals, sand, silt, and clay, in each sample. Their data is presented in Table 1. But before we get to the table, I wanted you to see what clay, sand, and silt look like. So clay, if you've done any garden work or dug a hole around Fayetteville or Springdale area, you've seen the red clay in the dirt. Sand, if you've been to the beach, you've walked on the sand. And then silt is sort of a mixture of sand and a little extra dirt. So now it says, let's read it again. Students in a science class collected soil samples from various locations in order to analyze the composition of the soil. They measured the percentage of the 3 types of soil minerals, sand, silt, and clay, in each sample. Their data is presented in Table 1. So we've got 1 through 5 of soil sample. We've got the percentage of the sand, and remember the percentage means you're looking at a part over the whole thing. So 65% sand means out of the whole entire amount of material that's in that sample, 65 parts of that 100% is sand, 10% is clay, and 25% is silt. So question 1 says, use the CER model. So you're going to make a claim. Remember, C stands for claim, and that's what you think is the answer to the main question. And our main question is, which is the least common soil mineral across all 5 samples? So that's the question that we're going to answer. E is evidence or the data. And remember, there are 2 types of data. There's qualitative data, which is the quality. Remember, you're going to use an adjective if you're describing qualitative data, or there's quantitative. And for my kids, I always remember the N in quantitative is N for numbers. And then R stands for reasoning. And that's where you're going to explain the why and the how. If you need a sentence frame to start, it's the least common soil mineral across all 5 samples is what, because what. So pick sand, sand, clay, or silt, and then tell me why you think that is the most common out of all 5 samples. You might say the table shows me blank. I know that blank is blank because blank, a lot of blanks. But it just gives you a frame to kind of get your thoughts started. Remember, you don't have to use these sentence frames, but sometimes they're really helpful in case you're stuck and don't really know how to start. The second question is compare and contrast soil sample 3 and 4. So you're going to go back up here and look only at these 2 samples. That's all question 2 is asking you about. So sample 3 has 25% sand, 35% clay, and 40% silt. In sample 4, you've got 60% sand, 20% clay, and 20% silt. So look at those numbers for each of the categories in both of those samples and tell me why you think they're the same or why you think they're different. So the sentence frame for question number 2, the similarities between soil sample 3 and soil sample 4 are blank. Another similarity or another thing that's the same between the 2 is blank. The difference between the soil samples are what? And then you can list another difference between only samples 3 and 4. I hope that helps. Remember, we're always here to help you by email if you need us. Mine is krussell, RUSSELL 2 @sdale.org. So let us know if you have any problems. Talk to you later.